Hey, what's up guys? It's Rexsi here today. I don't even want to play Chronos, but I'm doing a skin review. I don't want to play him because, you know, he's OP. But I am doing a review on the Magic skin. I'm a little salty. I just tried to record like 3 times in a row. 3 videos in a row. And I was trying to play Surtur with a specific build, and I need to go against the physical for the build. So I would ban nothing but magicals, and still, no matter what, Morgan Le Fay would get through, Kwang would get through, one magical would come through, and the person would just spam them, and then they were super, super toxic. Like, one of them literally came into my fountain and just spam taunted, like, non-stop, and said, don't play the effing game if you're not gonna, like... Oh, my goodness. He's like, don't play if you're not gonna... He's like, don't queue if you're not gonna play. So boring. As he queued Morgan Le Fay! Oh my god! And then he called Surtur fuck OP! Oh my god! Okay, Surtur is not, like, completely broken. Alright? Surtur is A tier-ish. I know Sam's been feeding you some fucking lies here. Saying he's completely busted, but no, he's like mid-tier. Not mid-tier, a little above mid-tier at best. At best! And I had an argument with Sam in the fucking Twitch chat. Hold on here. In Chris's Twitch chat. Not really an argument, we were just joshing around. I love Sam. But... nah, man, Surtur's at most A+. At most. I don't know the back. This skin is really cool, but the effects are sick. I love the staff. I think this might be my favorite one. I haven't really tested the other ones, but I've seen this one before. Because I slept during most of them, but... the effects on the skin are very, very nice. They're very satisfying, I will say. So many fucking fruits. Walk going apple. I have a really interesting story to tell you guys, by the way. Well, it's not that interesting, but it's a story worth sharing. Did you just met? So, I found out while I was playing Smite yesterday. So we were streaming, and I noticed something. So I've had this problem for the past little while. I haven't talked about it, because I just assumed I was washed. I felt like I've been, like... I haven't felt in my prime. You know, like, I feel like I'm not as consistent as I usually am. And I thought maybe, you know... like, at first, I thought it was because of the fact that, you know, I had, like, problems, for the past year with, you know, like, just drinking too much and all that shit, right? And I thought because, like, I was hungover all the time... that maybe, you know, that attributed to the fact that, you know, I wasn't, like, playing at my usual level. Or, you know, like, I'm still playing at a very high level, but, like, in my eyes, I wasn't, like, making montage plays, and my flicks weren't as consistent. Like, I found it harder to hit an Uller 3, for example. That was, like, the main one. Like, I knew something was up, or I'm just shit, because... like, usually with my Uller 3, like, I can just boom, and I can just instantly just know exactly the distance. Like, I know the distance, but I can just flick it like it's nothing. I can just shoot that bad boy out, boom, and I know exactly where it's gonna go. But I noticed that I haven't been able to do that, like, consistently for a while. And I'm like, something must be fucking... I was like, I think, like, I'm just... I assumed, like, maybe, you know, it was because of the year, the bad year and stuff like that. And I was just, like, fluctuating back and forth, up and down, of, like, washed and not washed. And then this month, I'm 23 days sober, and, like, you know, my skill, like, I feel like, you know, I'm, like, back to where I should be, but I'm not as consistent with specific things like my Uller 3s. And lo and behold, yesterday, I made a fucking discovery. If you're on my Twitch, by the way, twitch.tv/Rex, you're doing a shave or save. Right now, that's a lot of fun. Ooh, look at that. Consistency. I was in the middle of doing that, and then all of a sudden, what the fuck is this? In anger, I hit my... I think I pushed on my... I don't know if it was an anger. I think it was in anger, but I pushed on my mouse pad and I realized I have a mouse pad that has a design on it, right? That's like a little starry design. And I noticed that there's like, it's a little darker where my mouse is at all times, near the design, right? And I'm like, huh. So I start running my mouse over it. And I notice that in this specific spot where my mouse is, 95% of the time, whenever I go over that spot, it's like maybe an inch or two wide, an inch or two tall. It's not a spill or anything. It's like... It's hard to explain. It's like trying to run it over kind of like a thicker texture, like kind of like sandpaper, but not as like obviously not as coarse. But when I would like move my mouse like this, oh, also wow, look at this! I have like a halo around me. I noticed that the moment that I did that over the spot, it would slow down and be harder to push my mouse along the mouse pad. It is actually more difficult. That shit literally fucking blew my mind. So I flipped my mouse pad, and now I'm on the other side of it with no design. And it feels like night and day, dude. I'm just gliding along my mouse pad. I had no idea this whole fucking time. I'm not saying it's exactly it. You know, maybe I am a little washed in general, like, or just not in my fucking peak at the moment. But there's no way that wasn't affecting some things. Like my flicks have been less consistent. I genuinely thought I was just getting worse at the game. And you know what? Maybe I am, but you know what? This made me happy and made me very confident because I am very certain that it was affecting a lot of things because there was something in the back of my mind, man. I was questioning myself. I literally had been questioning myself because I'm like, why am I not like getting back to like, you know, peak Rexsi, you know? You know, like where like my base level where I can, you know, I can just do a quick little flick and know exactly where I know where it's, you know, where it's gonna go. You know, my autos are less consistent. Not too like it wasn't like absurd, but it was enough for me to like in the back of my mind notice it and think that something was up. I thought it was me. Honestly, I thought it was just me, and maybe it is. But dude, if that isn't a fucking wave of relief, oh my goodness, I clicked too early there. That's awkward. So we'll see. You know, maybe I'm wrong. We'll have to see. I'll have to prove it to you guys. Dude, I'm fucking pumped, though. I can't... I wish you could just see it in person and feel the difference. It's fucking crazy. I want to get my friend to come in. Damn UDR. I want to get my friend to come in and just like use my mousepad for a second and be like, oh, and prove to you guys. I've never noticed that. If I were you, I would check your mousepads for grime or anything. Like, I don't think it's grime. I think it's literally just the design fading. Since it's not like a... I've only ever used pure black mousepads my entire Smite career. I've only ever used the pure black ones, but I don't know. I got this one that has like a little... Well, it has a sun on it. Like a big supernova thing. And right on the design, it's like very coarse, and I have to push harder, like instead of just one consistent movement, you know? I recommend checking that out if you know... If by chance you have to be in the same predicament as me, where all of a sudden, you know, you're unexplainably just playing a little less consistent. Like, just to the point where it's in the back of your mind, you gotta check your fucking mousepad. Who knows? Maybe you got the same thing, but oh my goodness. What a fucking feeling of relief. Even if it isn't true, dude, I'm so motivated, I can't wait to grind. I can't wait to fucking just grind. And just play to my fullest. Too bad I can't play Conquest or anything though, which sucks. So whatever's up with my Smite. Every other game I get perfect FPS, it's just Smite, man. It's literally only Smite, and I don't know what to do. Something's wrong with my computer. My downstairs bathroom's almost finished. We hit the 3rd goal, by the way, the shaver save today. Meaning, or the 4th goal. Meaning that you guys get to pick my gods for 2 hours straight on today's stream. I know, fucking rad, right? That's gonna be so fun. No! Oh, okay. You guys get to pick my gods, and essentially how that's going to work is we're going to be doing giveaways essentially, and whoever wins, you don't have to be subbed or anything, and it's completely free, gets to choose my god, and I'll play whatever you want. Anyways, I'll see you there, guys. Bye-bye.